cheek muscles. By George. Not that he could ever be really great, you know, but...
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Klein, O'Mendez.
Oh, but Professor, we are Irish.
No, that clinches it. Sign here, Mrs. Paroo. Your boy was born to play the cornet. That'll be $7 earnest money. Thank you. Nothing more due until the first installment payable at opening of band practice. Oh, and I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Well, hello there, son. Why, certainly his uniform, which gives not a penny due till delivered, which gives you 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, and to imagine at no cost whatever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitements of today.
Will it have
a stripe? Certainly, my boy, a big, wide red stripe right down the side. Now, what do you say about that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. But if you can get him to play in the band, well, you'll have St. Michael's own way with you. But if anybody can do it, I'll bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'll pick you for a hod-carrying, clay-pipe-smoking, shamrock-wearing, harp-playing, maronine pinch and Taurus all minstrel-singing Irishmen be gone to be jabbers. Where are you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it. Where'd you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes. Gold medal class of about 5. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. That's the town that took me when. If you'd like to have a logical explanation how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I would say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that could light my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a logical explanation how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I would say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that could light my face. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. How do you do, Miss Paroo?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Of course, Paroo. I thought the name sounded familiar. I've been by a time or two this week to talk to you.
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have me jaw, you know.
Your husband's musical. Well, I'd like to talk with
Do
him.
you burst in on everyone's home like this? Prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion!
Well, it seems like there's one for and one against. How about we let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry. But that's all the more reason your brother should have something
My
like this.
brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away from him. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks, Miss Paroo, I hardly think that. Oops. I get the feeling she likes the idea. A little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be back later in the week.
Oh, Professor, about the boy's measurements. I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crotch part.
Fine. Now I must get back to the hotel.
Oh, Professor, I do hope you'll excuse Marion. She's not really...
Don't worry about a thing. I'm sure at heart she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Lady Paroo.
Has he gone?
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think about your future? Gary, Indiana Conservation, class of '05. Now, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traveling man that comes into town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in the other, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're there. Winthrop, please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a big brown leather volume with red corners.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down for you. Thank you, dear.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you need books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of a white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I am not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does?
Or